This is Rod Slasher Breslau here at the MLG New York Winter Arena, and I'm here with Sheth from Team Liquid. Can you please give a brief background of where you're from, how old you are, and how you've gotten to Starcraft 2?
Okay. My name is Shawn Simon. I'm 23 years old. Really old, apparently. And I'm from Florida, USA. I got into Starcraft 2 because I've been in Starcraft 1 for something like 11 years. I was pretty much just addicted to playing the game, and then when the second game came out, just started playing that too, and here I am.
So you just went up against Thorzane in the first round, and you took a tough loss, 0-2, to go down into the lower bracket. Can you walk us through the match?
Okay, sure. The first game, he went for a Hellion opening with an expansion and 3 command centers, and I went for a kind of defensive / counter build. So I got really far ahead with this as I almost just perfectly blind countered him. But from this huge advantage, I just decided to play it for a macro game and take it really long and just try and win in that situation. And Daybreak's a pretty good map for Terran once you get to that situation. So despite really thinking I'd be able to do that and be fine, I just threw away the game basically by making that decision. And the second game was on Metalopolis. We both had chances to win. I missed one really good chance, and he did a build this time that blind countered me, so he got ahead pretty early. So that's just how it works. Sometimes you get a blind counter build where it's very hard to come back from, but doable, especially because in the first game he came back from it, and the second game I almost came back from it, but I just couldn't quite do it.
Do you feel like you had the lead or the advantage in either game?
Yeah. Forever in the first game.
What happened in each?
Oh, in the first game, like I said, I did the link counter, and he went for mech, which is like tanks, Hellions, Thor, that sort of thing. And I basically tried to go for really high tier 3 tech. It's like ultras. And then instead of attacking like I should have done, I waited to do like a drop and an attack. And from there, I couldn't deal with his army. It just got too big. And I even had some really cool things where I had 3 Banelings burrowed at his mineral line and killed something like 30 SCVs. So I was doing fine, I just blew it from that point basically. Where instead of attacking when I needed to, I let him get back into it. And then the second game, he went for something like 2 factory Hellion only. And I went only Lings with that Queen Ling build again. And this time, because he had so many Hellions, like 8, 12, 14, easily just destroyed all my Lings, got into my base, did a lot of damage to drones, while kind of expanding-ish himself and getting a lot of economy. So after that attack, he was just pretty far ahead on economy, and I couldn't come back. But I had one chance where if I just went into his base and just tried to all-in back, I could have had it. But I didn't realize it at the time, and I missed that opportunity, so I won.
Do you think that ultra tech in the first game is what caused you to lose? It seems like every time I see Ultras Missouri against a Terran, more often than not, it's what makes them lose instead of what makes them win the game.
In this case, it really wasn't the Ultras that made me lose. It was what I did with them. The way I chose to attack and pressure was wrong, and that was what cost me the game. Not necessarily going Ultras, but going Ultras and then proceeding to chicken out and attacking at the last second.
So now going down to the losers bracket, head into the next round. You have no more matches for today. How is your motivation going to the next round? Are you going to be able to bounce back?
For sure. I played really well with the mechanics and the things I wanted to work on. I just made a couple bad decisions, and one game had a kind of blind counter rebuild. So I'm really ready for it. I'm looking forward to it.
Do you have any idea who you might be playing tomorrow?
No idea. Not a clue.
Anyone who you might want to play?
Anyone in the loser brackets, I'll take. Except for hopefully not an ST, but I'll take him too.
So even though you lost the ZVT today, are you rather happy with how the new patch went?
Yeah. It changes the game in a good direction, even though now most Terrans are going mech, and that can be hard to deal with, but that's okay. I'll figure it out.
So now this is the kind of an experiment event from MLG to do it inside of a studio, a lot like how GSL does it over in Korea, and much different than MLG's big events in their convention centers. What are your initial impressions of this event, and how have you felt about it so far?
It's a very nice setup. Everyone here has been doing just great with it. I'm starting to feel a little bit sick, so that for me is kind of a tough thing. And you kind of should stay here for a while. But I guess in this case, when I've lost, I can just go home and it's fine, or back to the hotel. But everything here is great. I like the setup where it's not as crowded as I thought it would be. I expected a lot more problems with crowding, as we didn't really have many press in here. But there's room for everyone, and as long as no one's stupid and messes up a live game, I think we could have had a lot more people here. I don't know why we had as few as we do, but that's okay. And they have great publicity here, great people like yourself interviewing us, so it's just great to be here.
All right, well, I wish you good luck in the rest of the tournament, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.